Welcome everybody to the Week 18 edition of the Insider versus Lappas. I'm the Insider, and you recognize my co-host. It is Mr. Lappas.
Hello everybody.
Once again. So before we begin the show, thanks once again to the Commissioner for joining us last week for another great appearance. He stayed out throughout the whole show.
I think that was one of our best shows ever.
Yeah, and as people saw, we were pretty much short on time, so we pretty much went through everything pretty fast.
Right.
But the Commissioner will be back before the end of the season. So if we go to our to our topic for this week's show, well, there was controversy in the FHL.
Once again.
What a surprise, eh? But that's what makes this program interesting, that all the controversy that goes on. There was a trade that was made between the Leafs and the Ducks, well, a trade proposal. The Leafs gave up Andy McDonald and Rick Nash to the Ducks in return for Matt Sundin, and that trade was rejected by the trading committee, and that's where the controversy begins. Your comment on it, Mr. Lappas.
This is another example of kicking a man when he's down. The Ducks need a spark. They've lost, 13 in a row? They're desperately fighting for a playoff spot. They make a deal that I think personally is fair, and it gets rejected by the trading board. Why? Because you got some people on the trading board that are fighting with the Ducks for a playoff spot, and they're very biased.
Well, I think it's the opposite. I'm not sure why you see it as a fair trade.
It is.
If it was only Rick Nash for Matt Sundin, then I'd say, okay, it might be a fair trade, but then you throw in an Andy McDonald.
Why would the Leafs sacrifice their team to help the Ducks? Why? No, each team is trying to help each other, trying to help himself, and that's it. And I don't agree with the trading board. That's why we got to revisit the structure of how trades are done in the FHL next season, because this is ridiculous.
Well, no matter what system it will be done, I'm sure it won't make everybody happy.
We'll see.
But that could be a good topic for the next time that the Commissioner is in the program. We'll be able to discuss once again the trading and how the tradings are approved or rejected by the league. Okay, so that pretty much concludes the controversy.
Right.
I think we solved the whole problem.
Well,
so the controversy.
Well, the Ducks are still, they're not in the playoffs right now, and with this trade, I think they could have put themselves in the playoff position.
And you think it actually would have helped them out that much?
I think so. I think it could have made a difference.
Well, I guess we'll never find out.
Exactly.
Because the trade never went through. And what we're going to do now is, coming up next, is the Insider versus Lappas mailbag. We'll answer your questions.
You've got mail.
You've got mail, baby, yeah.
3 simple words. You've got mail.
Woohoo!
Okay, so we're back. So for our most popular segment of the program, which is the Insider versus Lappas mailbag. Don't forget, if you have any questions, you could post it either on the FHL message board or send an email to yoursisterisahore.com. Right, so we received. We're gonna answer one of the questions we received this week, because or else we'd be here for until next week to answer all the questions. So we picked one, and the question was asked by the Expo's general manager. Louis, his name?
I don't know what his last name is. Grondin or something?
Okay, well, it was the general manager. Thanks for watching the program, Louis, like you do every single week. And his question is, how do I vote for trades in the FHL?
Well, Louis, just like me, you're not part of the FHL trading committee. Therefore, you do not get a vote.
Okay, so the trading committee consists of 7 people.
Right.
And these people get asked only if they're not involved in the trade. If they're involved in the trade, then they don't get asked for their opinion, because they'll obviously accept it.
And who are these people? Because I keep forgetting.
Okay. We have the Red Wings general manager, Jimmy.
Who's the Dick product salesman, right?
Yeah. Okay. Which is, by the way, he's doing pretty good. I spoke to him the other day, and sales are through the roof.
Excellent. Keep up the good work, Jimmy.
Then we have Hustler's general manager, Steph the retard.
Who's kind of feeling suicidal these days.
Yeah. We hope he gets well soon, but I doubt that.
Yeah.
Then we have Oilers general manager, JR.
Who likes to sleep with the Canucks GM's mom.
And speaking of the Canucks, the general manager himself, Jonathan, is part of the trading committee.
Very good.
And he's a big putain.
Right.
Then we have from the Ducks general manager, Matthew Dagenet.
Right.
Who...
no relation to Pierre Dagenet, right?
No, but I heard that the performance on the ice is pretty much the same.
Right.
And he has scrappy general manager skills. Number 6 is the commissioner.
All right.
Who gets a say. And last but not least is, well, myself. I'm part of the training committee, and Well, there was a member who recently got removed from the trading committee, and that is Rangers general manager Nick Zutis, because due to his lack of knowledge of hockey and hockey players, we decided to remove him out of the board.
Okay.
Is that a good choice?
That's a very good choice.
Okay, so basically, Louis, to answer your question, those 7 people we just mentioned are the ones that get to vote on the trade. If we need at least 4 people to vote on one, to either accept it or reject it, and that's what the final decision is. Thanks for the question. Coming up next, we'll do our predictions for the week 19 games in the FHL. Okay, so it's time now to do our picks for the week 19 games, and as you just saw on the board right before the segment, we see that actually the commissioner, he did better than...
Yeah.
So is that some kind of match fixing scandal?
No, it just shows that the commissioner knows his hockey, and that's why he's the commissioner.
Okay, and in the season series, Lappas and myself are currently tied. We're both under 500 at 19 and 21.
Yeah, we suck.
Well, speak for yourself.
Well, we're both under 500, so... Okay, let's move on. We got a lot of picks to do.
Oilers versus Canadians. Oilers are favored by 5.5 points.
Canadians will cover.
Oilers will win and cover. They're the highest scoring team. Leafs versus Hustlers. The Leafs are favored by 0.5 point.
Hustlers.
Hustlers as well. Wings versus Panthers. Panthers are favored by 2.5 points.
I'm going to go for the Wings.
I'll go with the Panthers. Canucks versus Nordiques. Canucks are favored by 3.5 points.
Canucks.
I'll take the Nordiques. Liverpool versus Expos. Liverpool are favored by 2.5 points.
The Spos will take this one easily.
I'll take Liverpool to win and cover. Then we have the Ducks versus the Avalanche. The Avalanche are favored by 4.5 points.
Avalanche will win by 15.5. Actually 15.
Well, you're pretty smart. Avalanche will win and cover, and the Avalanche once again were the second highest scoring team this week. So that means...
But not last week. Not last week when you lost with the Sharks. So
yeah, one lucky game. Flames versus Rangers. Rangers are favored by 4.5 points.
Flames will cover.
I think the Rangers will win and cover. Rangers GM has been getting a lot of action lately, so his players will probably produce for him. Then, last but not least, like always, the Predators versus the crappy Sharks. Sharks are favored by 2.5 points.
The division-leading Sharks will win this one and cover.
Well, unfortunately, I'll have to agree that the Sharks will win and cover, and will remain first place at the end of this week, which is once again, don't understand how that is possible.
Well, I'm going to tabulate some stats over the next couple of weeks, and I will demonstrate exactly how the Sharks are in first place.
Well, also speaking of a couple of weeks, in 2 weeks' time, we'll have a special Insider versus Lappas from the general manager meetings. So we'll be out of the studios and out in the public, in the nature, to tape our show.
Right.
It will be a great show. Looking forward to be there. So that's all the time we have for this week's episode. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you have any questions, yoursistersofword.com or a message on the FHL message board. For Lappas, I'm the Insider. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week on the Insider vs. Lappas.